Hey, 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 what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your main man, Coach E, coming at you with another episode of Unlocking Excellence. This is episode number 24, and I don't have a title yet, but we are going to help you sleep better tonight. So I hope you're ready for this thing. Y'all, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that follow button. If you haven't left a comment or any feedback, please go ahead, let me know what you think. Let us know what you think on whatever platform you're on. And excuse me, if you hear this today and you're like, man, these are some really good ideas, I'm going to use them. I'd love for whoever to know, please go ahead, share this out. Tag us right at Schwefel Strength, and that's SCHWEFEL_strength. We'd love to be able to get this out. So y'all, today we're going to be talking about sleep. So I was taking a look over the last couple of episodes and what we've been speaking about, and it's really been centered about how you can remain aware with this pandemic going on. What are some good reminders of health, how this could be a good thing, right? And then a few stories, the virus and everything, how it could be a good thing, and then a few stories in between. Well, one thing that's going to be crazy important to making sure that you stay in good health, and one thing that is going to help you lose weight, maintain the recovery that your body needs, and to just maintain overall proper hormone levels, proper levels of stress and everything like that. It's going to be to get your sleep under control, believe it or not. And it's going to be able to it's going to require being able to handle those stresses and being able to cope with them well. So we're going to talk about a few things today that you can use to have better sleep. In order, if you already are doing things to help with your sleep hygiene, then I want to give you some different ideas that you can use in order to possibly get to a place where you're sleeping back like a baby, right? So let's get this thing started. Let's move straight into it. Now, getting better sleep isn't something that you just magically wish. It's not like your body, right? So I say that in the sense that so many people wish that there was this magic pill that they automatically took and they had the body that they wanted. Those that stick on the journey long enough come to find out that it requires effort, it requires strategy, and it requires changing your identity ultimately, right? You can't lose weight and be in shape if you believe that you're somebody who can't lose weight and can't be in shape, right? There are people that believe they're always going to be overweight, or they're always going to be stressed, or always this or always that. So the first thing that we need to get out of our head is that it's possible to get out of our head is that it's not impossible to get good sleep. So the thing that we want to put in our head, right, is that it's possible to get a sound quality night's sleep, right? It's totally possible for us to sleep 6, 7, 8 hours, and we can do the things that we need to do in order to get to that place. It's just we got to figure out what it is for us, right? So there's a couple of things that we need to do. The first thing is the 10-3-2-1-0 formula, okay? Now this comes from my coach, Greg Ballantyne. You can check out a bunch of his products. He's got some great things. And the 10-3-2-1 formula is something that you can use in order to prepare yourself for sleep. So the 10 stands for 10 hours before bed, you cut off all caffeine. Okay, 10 hours before bed, you cut off all caffeine. Caffeine is one of those things that we use in order to give us energy if we don't have it, right? Sometimes we drink it first thing in the morning. And I remember a while ago, I had a client who had trouble losing weight. And when we were going over his life, his day-to-day, and the initial game plan, he said that he had a lot of trouble sleeping and that he had a lot of trouble staying hydrated. So we got to speaking, and he said that he got maybe 4 to 5, 6 hours of choppy sleep. So I asked what time he went to bed and everything like that. We asked if he drank coffee, and he drank coffee. And I want to say, it's been a while, but I want to say he was over 10 cups of coffee a day. I want to say he was like in the 15 to 17 range. So somewhere in there, right? So no wonder why this guy had trouble sleeping. He had so much coffee and caffeine, so many stimulants running through his body throughout the entire day. So it makes sense, right? Now, if that's not completely possible for you, you want to cut it off at the 4 p.m. mark. And that way, we're still giving your body time to flush out all that caffeine. At 3 hours, what you want to do is do your best, right? Ultimately, do your best to stop work 3 hours before bedtime, right? 3 hours before bedtime, we want to stop work. We want to shift our focus, and we want to start either preparing for the new day by doing a brain dump, by listing gratitude and action steps for the priorities that we have for the next day. We'll go into that later. Or after we do that, then we shift to our family or whatever other duties that we have at that time, right? So 3 hours, we cut off work. 2 hours before bed, we want to stop eating and drinking alcohol. Now I realize for those listening, that might not always be in alignment, right? You might get off work at 8:30. Well, of course you need to eat before you go to bed, and you might be going to bed at 10. So you got to work this to your lifestyle, right? So 2 hours before bed, we're cutting off food, we're cutting off alcohol. 1 hour before bed, we're turning off the TV. We're turning off the screens. We're putting our phone on airplane mode. And we want to do our best to not have any screens going in front of us for that period of time. Now, the reason for that, right, we don't want to have those screens, is because of the blue light a lot of these emit. It keeps us up. It keeps us awake. That's what it's meant to do, is to keep us moving and to keep us alert rather than allowing our body to settle. You see, when the sun goes down, what actually happens when there's no more light, our body starts to produce this hormone called melatonin. You may know that as a sleep supplement too, right? Well, our body naturally produces that. So when we have artificial light from the screens and then from our lights, it delays the production of melatonin, and it skews it a little bit, right? Because we still have that light, so it's not producing the melatonin that we need so that we can fall asleep. So we kind of mess with our sleep hormones right off the bat. And the longer that we keep that screen in front of us, the longer that we're going to be messing with it. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. What does that 0 stand for? E, tell me. And that 0 stands for the amount of times that you're going to hit the snooze in the morning. 0. You don't want to hit the snooze at all. Okay? We want to get you up. We want to get you moving with purpose. We want to get you into the morning routine that's going to set you on fire in order to have the best possible day that you can, right? Now, here's the thing. In order to go to bed, there is some certain hygiene that needs to take place, okay? And what I mean by that is you got to have clean sheets in your bed, okay? Do your best to have clean sheets in your bed. Do your best to have a bed that's comfortable for you. You don't want to be waking up in the morning and being all achy and having your back hurt because your stomach, if you sleep on your stomach is in an arch and your back has an arch and your back is in pain during the day. There are things that we want to adjust, and there's things that we need to have adjusted. We don't want you hanging out in your bedroom all day if that's possible, right? We want your bedroom to be a sleep sanctuary. We want it to be the place where you rest, where you relax, where this is the place where it's easy and you don't have to carry any tension or stress in this place. That's what we're looking for, right? The next thing too, we want to make sure that the environment is clean, that there's not a crazy amount of clutter, right? You'll be able to actually walk and move and breathe in your bedroom. If you needed, here's a good example. If you needed to get an impromptu yoga session in, would you be able to use your floor as a section to do that yoga, right? Or an impromptu exercise session. I don't know if you're ever going to need to do that, but you want to be able to have that space in there, right? Keep it clean, keep it uncluttered, keep the sheets clean, get blackout windows. Oh, these have been a game changer for me. Get blackout windows. So they're dark windows. What I like to do is I like to have my room as dark as it can. And what I do is I take little pins and I'll put the curtains into the wall. So there is absolutely no light that can seep through my windows, whether it's from the moon, whether it's from the street light that's on my corner, whatever it is, no light is getting in my bedroom, right? I even put a little piece of tape with a piece of paper over the fire, what's it called? The fire alarm? Yeah, the smoke detector, so that little light wouldn't show. It still works, right? The smoke detector still works. It's just that light is much more dim than it used to be, right? It doesn't affect me quite as much. So Those are some things I would definitely take into consideration. And next one is make it cooler in your house, right? Turn down the air. Studies have shown, I believe it was 63 degrees to 69 degrees is what's ideal for sleeping, because that cold actually allows the body to, it tells the body to produce the hormones necessary, like I believe it's serotonin. I want to say it's serotonin, but it produces the hormones within the body to allow it to fall asleep, right? So with that being said, that's going to be some of your sleep hygiene. A couple more things that you can do if you don't already. During that hour period of time where your screen is off, go brush your teeth, go shower, do a little bit of stretching, maybe some yoga. If you're a prayer, pray. If you're a journaler, you journal. Take a shower, right? Allow this time. Give yourself a foot massage when you're in the shower. Give yourself a bubble bath. Use some essential oils, right? What is it that's going to make you feel rested and relaxed? Is it meditating? Is it maybe doing some self-hypnosis, right? Is it cleaning one or two things around the house, whether the dishes are piling up or the living room needs to be adjusted? Is it spending some time with your family? Whatever it might be for you, take that time to relax, to breathe, take that time to finish the rest of the day, right? You can also plan out a few things that you need to. You can lay out clothes for the workout in the morning if you need food in the morning, but time is pretty crunched, right? What you can do is you can set out food in the morning. You can set up food in the morning. You can have your coffee ready to go where it's just a hit of a button. Whatever you need to do to make your morning easier, this is the time to do it, right? Is in the evening. So once you've covered that, oh man, you're set to go to sleep. You're feeling good. You can finally rest at ease. And then the thing that you want to do is when that alarm goes off, hit that alarm, stand up, and then start moving, right? Start moving. Sleep is crucial, y'all. Sleep is so crucial. So remember that 10-4-3-2-1 formula. Remember to give yourself the opportunity to get all the stuff that's out your head onto a piece of paper after work, right? List those priorities and then the first action steps. And then from there, that 3-2-1 formula, 3 hours before bed, stop work, 2 hours before bed, food and drink, 1 hour before bed, turn off the screen. No hitting the alarm in the morning. Make sure it's cold, clean, and uncluttered in your bedroom. Use blackout curtains. You can get a little bit of water before bed so that you stay hydrated, but not too much so that you're peeing during the night. Use that hour before bed with no screen time to get ready for bed, shower, foot massage, foam roll, whatever it might be. And then last but not least, before you go to bed, let yourself know how lucky you are. Yes, you heard me right. How blessed you are. What are 3 things that you are grateful for and that happened that day, right? And then what are 3 victories that you had? If you can answer those, it puts you in such a good spot before you go to sleep, and then you wake up in a good mood too. So y'all, if you enjoyed this, which I hope you did, please go ahead, share it out, tag me in it, and have a great day, right? I love you. You're unstoppable. And if you need anything, please feel free to message me and email me at eric@schwefelstrength.net. All right? Or at eric@schwefelstrength.com. Thanks so much. Have a great one, and we'll talk soon.